Good afternoon, everyone. How's everyone doing today? Good, good, good. The usual thing, before we start, can you all hear us? And also, can you hear the lovely Louise?
Can you hear me?
Who's level today? My camera was a bit off last week. You were a bit sloping.
Oh.
But today you're back nice and straight. Good, good, good.
Okay.
How are we doing? Can everyone hear? Good, thank you very much. Don't know how what's that going? Do you mind?
I didn't know he did lives. Yes. Hi, welcome.
My eyes are getting bad. I can't really see that.
Well, it is all the way over there. It's not really in front of
but
you.
I should be able to see, shouldn't I? That's the thing. Good. If I put these on, still can't even see that. So no.
Don't worry. That's my job anyway.
Excellent. Good. How's everyone today? First of all, I just want to thank everybody who donated. I have brought my medal today. I ran the Cardiff Half yesterday. Here's my little medal. They're getting bigger every year, aren't they?
It's a lovely medal.
It's a lovely medal.
You know, it really is.
It's a lovely medal.
Because I don't remember the medal last year being that nice.
It wasn't as big as this, was it?
It's not just the size, is it?
It is nice, isn't it? Yes. It's made from 100% recycled zinc as well.
It's just nice. I just like the little bit of oxidation going on there, and there's, I don't know if it's enamel or if it's resin, but it's just nice, isn't it? It's got Cardiff Castle on there.
Yes, this is the keep from the inside of Cardiff Castle. Yeah, it's looking really good. So yeah, I ran the Cardiff Half yesterday. I did it in aid of the Silversmiths and Jewellers charity. I'm pleased to say that I've exceeded my what I wanted, but that doesn't stop you people from donating, and I would love it if you could donate. Easiest thing, it's a Thanksgiving page, isn't it? Thanksgiving.
Just Giving. You're very tired, aren't you?
It's a Just Giving page. And so you could go to justgiving.com and search for At The Bench, or just tap in atb.yt/run. We've had quite a few more donations today. I think everyone's been holding out to see if I actually did it. But thank you to everybody who did donate. Thank you. It's not just the UK, it's from America and all over the world as well. So thank you all very much for donating. Really do appreciate it. And you can still donate. I have done it. I did it yesterday. I completed it. So yeah, please donate if you would like to.
There is photographic evidence as well if anybody. Well, he's got the medal anyway. So, but I do have photographic evidence. If anybody wants to check.
You put up a reel yesterday.
There's a reel. Yeah, there's a reel on Instagram yes. of just where we could catch up with you on the way around. I say catch up with you because you were fast. You were just like, blink.
I was away.
And we'd missed you.
Yes.
So we saw you at the start. I did a live on Facebook, and it was a little bit boring, I think, because they didn't know when to start and stop. So I started just before the Welsh National Anthem because I thought that would
ages.
be. I know, but I thought it would be interesting. But then Jasmine just forgot that I was live, and she was just kept mumbling away and saying things, and she was saying things. Oh, it's a lovely way to come and what did she say? I can't remember what she said. What did she say? It was something about if you want to meet fit young men.
Fit young men is the place to come.
Yeah, so it's like, shut up, Jess. Jess is my daughter. So yeah, that was hysterical. But it went on a bit long, didn't it? I think the live, and then they had. Eventually, we caught you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you. So yeah, what time did I do it? Now, I had a bit of confusion. Obviously, I got a watch that tracks how far I run, and over the last 5 months, I've been going by my watch and my watch time and my watch distance. But unfortunately, the watch distance did not correspond with the actual route. So, according to my watch, I had completed the half marathon with 3 kilometers to go. I don't know what was going on there, but according to my watch, I got the time that I wanted to get according to my watch and my watch distance. This is what I've been working to, and that was fine. That's all I wanted to know. But I timed it perfectly to my watch. But then from those last 3 kilometers, I basically died. I was doing like 4-minute 50, 4-minute 55 kilometers after my watch said complete. I was doing like 5-minute 20, 5-minute 25 kilometers. I just died. And of course,
you looked all right when because we were, I think we were probably about, I don't know, like 500 metres. We were stood from the finish line, and you went past us and you looked absolutely fine. Because I got a row off Jazz because I got overexcited and I was calling people out, and because they've got their names, haven't they, on the... So, I was shouting out their names and giving them encouragement.
Come on, Dean, Vanessa, Jake. Come on,
Janet! Jazz was like, shut up, you're so embarrassing. But it does make a big difference, doesn't it?
It does. And I must admit, obviously, with the watch, and I had my headset on as well, and I was listening to my watch telling me whether I was going the right speed and the distances and whatever. And I noticed that every time there was a crowd, and there was crowds all the way around, obviously a few occasions when there wasn't many, but I noticed that whenever there was a crowd and everyone was cheering, just a little bit while after that, my watch, my headset said, going too fast. And I must admit, it really does pick you up. Even at the end.
Saying that, last year, I think by the time I came through, because I'm quite slow, I think most people had just gone.
No, they weren't. Everybody was out. And all the kids were out. All the kids were out, you know, touch for power-ups and all that sort of thing. I had time to play around last year. This year, it was just head down. But
Wasn't as fun this year, was it?
No, it was hard.
Without me.
No. And if I'd run, basically I'm not going to do it next year because it was the hardest thing I have done for a long, long time. I really suffered. I didn't sleep well last night. My hips were aching.
I had to get you some paracetamol in the night, didn't I? 2 o'clock in the morning, and you were restless, and I can always tell when you're restless. And you woke up and you wanted some paracetamol.
Yeah.
You couldn't get out of bed, so I had to go and get it for you.
Don't get me wrong, I like running and I liked the training for it, but I thought it was really hard. But anyway, that's enough about that. What else has been going on, Louise? What else has been going on?
What else has been going on this week? Nothing really. We've just been really busy. Well, lots, but like just nothing extraordinary, I don't think. It's just been rocking away, haven't we?
Yeah, we've been...
That's about it.
Buffing and firing away. Can't think of anything else that's been happening, actually, to be honest. No idea.
You've just been carb loading, haven't you? Carbing up.
Yes.
That's about it, really.
Yes, carbs 4 or 5 times last week and that, So I'm going to cut back on the running, cut back on that, training on that, and get back into the gym like I normally do. Good.
Yeah, you've done very well.
Thank you very much indeed.
Round of applause for you.
Thank you very much. Good. Okay, should we start?
Yes.
Come on, everybody put some questions in the chat, please. I would like to answer whatever you've got to ask. So please, anything you want to ask.
Claire says it's a gorgeous, gorgeous medal.
It is a gorgeous, gorgeous medal. It is a very nice. And I had a T-shirt as well. I picked up a T-shirt on the way. But yeah, the problem is when Louise and I went through last year, we did really well last year. There weren't as many people at the finish. And we walked through and we got what we wanted quite quickly. This time, the queue just to get a bottle of water was crazy.
It was. Helen says it's the job of parents to embarrass their children. Yeah, I don't even have to try anymore. I didn't tell you actually, but when we were going around town yesterday, because Jazz, my daughter, is she's a student teacher. She's done a degree and she's doing her PGCE year now, so she can basically teach on her own. And she was a little bit like, "Come on, Mum," when we were crossing the road, and I was like, "You cheeky get." But so like paning chops and things, and like I can tell I'm not really quick enough for her, and she's lovely. She's not.
I know.
you know, she's an absolute sweetheart, but it's just funny. Come on, Mum. She's like this. Just made me laugh.
Oh,
anyway,
bless.
have we got a question?
Oh, bless. Come on, let's have a question then, everyone. Yeah.
Donald said, any ideas on adjustable ring shanks, please?
When you say adjustable ring shanks, do you mean ring shanks that will adjust to finger sizes, or do you mean adjustable shanks that will open up, go over an arthritic knuckle and then go back? Because we've got a brand called Nomination and they have adjustable shanks. The backs of the shanks will come round and they will do that, won't they? They're like that sort of shape, like that. And then down here, then we've got, I'll do this, like that. Okay, so they are pretty much like
it's a
that.
nice discreet one though, isn't it?
Like that.
Yeah, it goes, it's not quite like that though, is it, I don't think?
Some of them are like that.
Some of them are like that, but so the discreet ones go more like...
Come to that.
Are you coming to that? Sorry, I'm trying to help you out because I know you're tired.
So that's one. So the back of the shank is like this, okay? So you've got almost like a lap joint upon there, like that. The other way, the shank comes round, and perhaps, I think they use this on a lot of round section. The one part obviously is round, yep, like that. Okay, and then the other side has, it's more of a, okay, so this section is round, but this side is scooped. So you have a scooped section here, and then this then is round. So this is part of the one shank, and that is part of the other. I can't quite really get to draw this, but yeah, if you see what I mean. This side, instead of it being rounded, it's been hollowed out. So they've taken away a bit of that. So this was round, so both sides were round, but they've actually scooped that out. So it does that. So that then will slide sort of inside this. So we've got, so looking down on top of it, say it comes around like this, we've got, yeah, so basically this will go inside. Does that make sense? Like that. So there's that. And then also there's another style as well where they've got quite a big, say, heart-shaped head, okay? And then this is the back of the shank coming round here, okay? And then it actually stops here, and this bit stops here. This has been fixed, but this can still make the ring smaller, so this section can also come inside the ring shank. So here's the top of the ring, here's the ring, it stops and starts here. Yeah, so this is fixed, but this side isn't. So basically you can make the ring smaller so it comes a bit closer. So those are sort of three different ways, depending on the design of it, that you can do with adjustable ring shanks. Yes, Louise, let's have another question.
Yes, I'm just doing a little conversion for you because Steve is saying, what's something easy to do with some 30 gauge silver sheet and 28 gauge silver wire? 30 gauge sheet, I've just looked up quickly and it's 0.25-ish, is that right? Please let me know if I'm wrong.
Okay, 0.25
and then
sheet.
31 gauge wire, what's that?
What can he do
That's
with
0.2, 0.22, 0.23, so it's slightly...
I don't understand the question.
What's a good thing to do with it? What's a 0.2 mil wire? Oh.
Yeah?
Yeah, quite thin.
What can you do with it?
What can you do with that? Any ideas on what to do with that?
In the sense of jewellery? Making something? Making jewellery?
So, yeah.
Yeah.
What I find it really hard to visualise things. If you've got like a wire that's 0.2 mil anyway.
That is thin.
Is it like, it's not filigree thin, is it?
Yeah, it's tiny.
Is it filigree then? There are.
It's
I mean, you can do filigree with any gauge wire. I mean, obviously not thick wire, but certainly with that you can do like a simple version of couldn't you?
Yes. I don't know. I honestly don't know what you can do. I think it's too thin to do anything with.
Put your ideas in the
own.
Chat, guys.
Yeah, you
help,
could
help Stephen out. I would say filigree with a 0.2mm wire.
You could. It's just too thin
corrugate,
to make.
yes.
It's too thin to make anything.
And then
on
it says
its
corrugate
own.
the sheet because it's going to give it some strength then, isn't it?
So yeah, you're going to have to do something. You could easily do something like you could dome it into a whatever shape you wanted to. Say round section, you could dome it. They said to give it a little bit more strength. You could. I saw somebody have a pile of wire. They just simply all scrumpled up into a ball and forced it onto a ring mandrel, and then forced the mandrel down it so it sort of opened up and it all overlapped and got a bit closer and a bit tighter, and then they soldered each and every little crossovers. That's going to be too small for that, but I did like that idea.
If you've got scrappy bits, you can water cast it. That's really fun.
Melt it all down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very difficult to make anything from this.
Yeah,
as Louise said,
make halo balls.
What I would do with this, I would perhaps twist it into 2 strands, so you've got a double thickness, so it's going to be a little bit better. You could flatten that and make that then into like your flat filigree.
What about?
And then you could make little spirals and all sorts of different
things. What about
things.
knotting it like we did in the workshop? Could you knot it? Would that give it strength? Or bundle it together and knot it?
It's way too thin, isn't it?
Bundle it together and knot it.
Bundle it together and knot
so like
it.
or like twist it together and then knot the twisted wire together. I don't know. Just an idea. Just chucking some ideas out there.
Yeah. Could do. As I said, twisting it.
Twist the wire to put around a bezel. Yeah.
If it's like this, you could do some fold forming. You could make up an oval or
We've got a fold forming workshop.
Yep. Fold that in half. Hammer on the edge. Yeah.
It's quite fun.
Yeah. So anything like that, I think you're going to have to not have it flat because that's going to be too flexible. You're going to have to include some sort of directional shape. So fold forming, doming, corrugating, anything like that incorporates bends that's going to strengthen it.
Steve saying, I was thinking about melting it down. I would try the fold forming first because you've got nothing to lose if you're going to melt it. If you want to have a go with that,
absolutely.
Because you're not contaminating it with solder, are you? You just it's a good
it.
opportunity to try something like that out and then just melt it down. Just remember, if you make anything hollow, don't melt it down if you've made a hollow form.
Yeah.
Because it's likely to go bang.
Yeah. But yeah, have a go.
Kumihimo with the wire or macrame. Oh, cool, yeah.
You could do
Shake the sheet and sew the wire onto the sheet. Oh, cool.
I was thinking that, but I think that the wire's not being thick enough. Tell you what you could do. You could do some Viking chain. You know the bobbins that you use. In fact, I got one in the cupboard that I was going to do, but I never got round to it. You know the bobbins that you could. Do you ever do this?
And you've got like a.
Back in the old day, when your parents used to have wooden bobbins, wooden cotton reels.
And you'd have
wooden
4 nails.
Yes.
No, I don't remember my
5.
parents having one of them, but I remember having like a.
Yes. I got one up there actually, yeah. Bought it especially, yes. Yeah, I have. And you got 5, 1, 2, 3. Is it 5?
I thought it was 4. Oh, I'm probably wrong.
I think it's 5.
Is
and
it?
You got 5.
French knitting it's called, isn't it?
French knit, it is, yes.
Is
You
it?
got 5.
Yeah, it's coming back to me now.
And in the middle you got a hole. So the idea is then you wind the wire around and then you lift it off, and yeah. French knitting. And you can make a lovely flexible. When it comes out at the bottom there, it'll all be
kind of like Kumihimo then, isn't it? Because that's done on a frame and I've had a go at that, but I can't get it even. But actually with that, it might be a bit easier to get even because the board I've got's foamy and a bit, might be a bit.
But then what you do, when the wire comes out of here, you pull it through a draw plate. So it pulls it smaller and pulls it narrower, so it closes it all in.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so there's that. Again, I was going to do it, never got round to it. Yes.
Cool.
French knitting, as you say, French knitting, Viking chain, something like that. Yeah, be good because thin enough, flexible enough. Yes.
Okay.
Good.
Very good. Very good. Okay, Mike is saying, oh, hang on, no, I'll come back to you, Mike. Angel says, first off, Andrew, I would like to thank you. During COVID, I had 11, and I spent many hours watching your videos.
Oh, nice.
That's nice.
Thank you.
Mike says, what's the best way to polish scratches out of a ring that has flush set cubic zirconias in order not to damage the stones?
So you need to look at your abrasive compound. You have to look at what is going to abrade a cubic zirconia. If you use things like, you could use pumice wheels.
We've got to bear in mind CZ is like an 8, isn't it?
Is that high?
7 or an 8.
And pumice is about 4, 5. So in theory, you could use a flat pumice wheel. I wouldn't use anything like buff sticks or anything like this, because emery paper and buff sticks are going to be, especially with the carborundum paper, it's like a 9 on the Mohs scale, which, as Louise said, will actually scratch a cubic zirconia. So this is going to be too rough. What I would like to do is to get a flat pumice wheel. You can get them in a fine and then a medium from our atthebench store. You can get flat ones, but what you've got to be careful of is that when you want to remove scratches, you need to keep the edge of the wheel moving over the whole surface. If you keep it still in one place too long, you'll wear away a slight little dip, which you will be able to see. Excuse me. There's also another way, if it's a scratch and there's a bit of a raised bit on the scratch, so say you've got this, and where's the scratches, you've got these little raised areas by here, you could get a burnisher and try and burnish these areas back down into the scratch. So that would be a way you could do it. But as I said, if you've got a carborundum wheel and it's spinning around and the point of contact is here, you've got to make sure that you keep moving it back and forth all over to get the surface of an even plane. Otherwise, you're going to find you're going to have dips in it as well. So pumice wheel, I think, would be the best bet with the CZ.
Because, you know, they are an 8 and sapphire and ruby are a 9, which sounds really high, doesn't it? But the Mohs scale's not linear, so a 9, which are obviously corundum, as you said, the jump between 9 and 10 is not like the jump between the lower numbers. So it goes up to, and then, yeah, between a diamond is...
Yes. So it's not necessarily even like that, is it? But when you get to 9 may be by here, but all the others may be evenly just going up. But to go from 9 to 10, it's
a big, because we see
jump.
lots and lots of every day, really, CZs that are abraded, badly damaged.
Yeah.
And also rubies and sapphires as well, when they're worn regularly. We see lots and lots of damaged 8s and 9s, don't we?
Yes.
But not
absolutely.
so many 10s.
No, you don't find many 10s.
We do sometimes, because they're not indestructible, but yeah.
And the edge of the facets wear
It's much
slightly.
more unlikely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Cool. So you're right to be cautious, is what I'm saying, yeah. Okay. A wire basket stone setting. Oh, cool, that's a good idea.
For
the
wire be too
Stephen's
thin.
question with what to do with the,
The wire be too thin, yeah.
Be too thin? Oh, okay.
Much too thin, yes.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Anil says, do you have a gold plating system you recommend for a professional workshop?
Yes, we use the Yentner RM01. Don't think it's available anymore, and it's called Yentner, so that's J, E-N-T-N-E-R, and ours is an RM01, but anything by Yentner is good. The company in this country, in the UK, is Betts Metal Sales. They sell the Yentner. The reason why I like the Yentner is the solutions can be used cold, so you don't have to warm them up. The problem if you have a plating solution and it's within a bath that has to be heated, because these solutions are always warm, they will evaporate. So you've got to keep topping them up with distilled water all the time, which I never liked doing. And to be honest, I had a bath system in the past. I think it was a Balco. The problem is I always wanted to rhodium plate something or gold plate, and it was always towards the end of the day when you had to get the stuff ready for the following day. I was never that organised. And when I went to use it, it was cold, so you had to heat it up and wait half an hour for all the solutions to warm up. It was a hassle. So that's when I invested in the Yentner RM01. It's a cold, so you can use it cold. Last thing of the day, you want a rhodium plate, you can use the solutions cold. They've been made to be used cold. Far easier, far quicker, nice and simple. You have three, we've got three. We've got a degreaser, a rhodium and a gold plate, and then you've got the little drag out little containers as well by the side of them. They're just in a little Pyrex system. They don't have to be contained in a bath. They're safe to use. Obviously there are safety rules that you've got to adhere to, but they're not like the old solutions. They can be used cold, simple solution. The unit works out the correct voltage and ampage as well, so you don't have to worry about changing the voltage, change the ampage, depending on this, depending on that. It's nice, simple and easy. So that is what I would definitely recommend. That's one that we got. But if you look at Betts Metal Sales online, you can get the Yentner system. It's available around the world, and that's what we use. Yes, Louise.
Good. Good. Sarah says, does a steam cleaner do a similar job to an ultrasonic cleaner?
Oh, you can't do... Oh, we love a steam cleaner, don't we?
I do love the steam. I can't manage without the steam.
You
well,
can't.
I could, but it would be difficult.
It is very difficult.
They both have their place, don't they, I think?
I think you would need both, personally.
It depends how much work you're turning around, because we do a lot of repairs. That's what we do most of in our workshop.
Yes.
So we couldn't really, we'd struggle to manage without both of them.
Yeah.
Because what I do a lot of, this is the thing, isn't it? Because we got a lot of stick on social media, on an Instagram post, didn't we? Because you were cleaning a marker seat watch strap.
Yes.
And it was quite dirty.
Yes.
And
we cleaned the back of it, not the front.
cleaned the back, and it was very dirty. And we're used to this. We handle very dirty jewellery every single day, and it's our job.
We like to see, don't we?
Well,
dirty jewellery.
It'd be lovely if it was clean, but that would mean people aren't wearing it and people aren't loving it, and it's in a box, is it not being worn?
Yeah.
So it doesn't bother me one little bit. It's just my job to clean it and look after it and make sure I clean it professionally and safely, and and make sure I'm looking after it. And somebody said, how disgusting that it's spraying all over the place. Well, we can't put it in the ultrasonic bath because...
Exactly. The marker seats.
Yeah, because you can't. So that's all you can do is gently steam it. And they said something about the bits flying around. But we do have a dedicated polish room, so we can wipe all that down at the end, and we wear a visor, because otherwise it does tend to fly around a bit. You've got your PPE on. But what's the alternative? Put that in the ultrasonic. Suppose you can, it's not marker seat. Suppose it's something else that's quite heavily soiled with actual debris, which we do see a lot of. It's life, and it happens to everybody's jewellery.
Exactly. Yep.
You know, some people wear their jewellery, and they use creams and lotions and soaps and shampoos and things like that, and it builds up. You know, whatever, we don't care. We do care, but we don't mind. It doesn't bother us, is what I mean. But what's the alternative? Putting that in the ultrasonic, and then all that's in your ultrasonic. And what do you do then? Do you clean it? Do you empty the ultrasonic every time you
get a dirty item?
You get a dirty item, because we'd be changing it every half hour if that were the case. So we've got to have a means to de-debris things before we go further with it. You've got to get the debris off. You can't.
Exactly.
So for us, they do the same job, but we use them in different ways. In short, sorry, I've gone off on a bit of a tangent there, but
I think, as you say, it depends on what you're doing. With repairs, you will accept people's jewellery that is going to be dirty. There's going to be dirt behind the stones from years and years worth of wear, and that's great. That's what we like to see, jewellery being worn. An ultrasonic will not necessarily get rid of all that dirt that is trapped behind settings, stones, the metal, where the stone is in contact with the metal, it may not get rid of that dirt. That is where you need to have the steam that gives it that bit of force to push that dirt away. But if you are just simply making the jewellery, and the jewellery then doesn't have that build-up of dirt and oils and dead skin cells and all that sort of thing, well, then an ultrasonic will just be fine on its own. So for us, we can't do without the steamer. As Louise said, it is the best way to get rid of the dirt from everywhere. If you're doing like retipping on a ring, if you've got the smallest little bit of dirt left behind the stone and you heat it up, it's going to go black. It's going to be noticeable. So we've got to make sure that everything gets removed from the jewellery when we're repairing it. So repairs, definitely get a steamer. Absolutely get a steamer. They're not cheap. We've got can't remember, it's about £1,500, but the better one I think now is Adrian's from Elements GB. It's about £2,000, but for the time it takes to clean things before you repair them, before they go back out to a customer, absolutely brilliant. If you're just making the jewellery, you can clean as you go along, and you do not necessarily need a steamer.
Sarah says, can you use it on gemstones that you wouldn't put in the ultrasonic? Not usually. Usually, no. If you can't ultrasonic them, you won't be able to steam them either.
No.
But I would recommend Sally Spencer's book, The Jeweller's Quick Reference Guide to Working with Gemstones. I did just go to see if it was on my desk, but it's disappeared.
Not me. No, not me.
But it is absolutely a must-have. And
it's not here, no.
It's not here, is it? I don't know where it is.
It's downstairs.
I shall find that later. Yes, that is such a good book.
We got it on the store.
It's on the store, and that is just full of, it's like a traffic light system relating to what you can do to all the different stones. Yes. It's really, really invaluable.
Yes. So you wouldn't put an opal in the ultrasonic, so you wouldn't really steam an opal. You wouldn't put a pearl in the ultrasonic, so you wouldn't steam a pearl, because the steam is hot.
Same with fracture filled. You wouldn't put them in the ultrasonic. Exactly. You can't steam them either. So
oiled emeralds, no. Any emeralds, no. You've got to be very, very careful with all the different types of stones. Obviously, the more experience you do get with a steamer, certain things then you can do, I would say, once you become more experienced, but I would not recommend, definitely not. It's the heat of the water, because it is boiling hot. It's 100 degrees and it is under pressure. So as Louise said, if there's any fracture fills, the heat is going to heat up the fracture filling, and it's going to force its way into the stone, or it'll force the fracture filling out of the stone, which can have devastating consequences.
Yeah, it can be a very expensive mistake,
Absolutely.
Can it then?
Yes.
Yes. I was going to say something else about that, and I've forgotten what I was going to say. It's gone. Never mind.
Excellent.
Good. Okay. Good. Susan says small handheld steamers work pretty good. They are cheaper.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I do use the steamer.
It's on all the
I mean, the steamer's great at taking polish off things as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It just works really great. But like things with pearls and opals, things like that, I generally just use a little baby toothbrush.
Yes, with ultrasonic fluid, just to go over it.
Just give it a little rinse off, and then that's
fine.
all you can do really. And with pearls, just literally, if you've got a string of knotted pearls, it's just cotton bud with a little bit of warm water, and then just dry it flat so the silk doesn't stretch. That's literally all you can do, isn't it?
Very good. Yeah.
It's very time consuming. Is the setting of a worn and bent channel set ring repairable? It is white gold, tiny sapphires, where some have fallen out. There is not enough gold left to just pop them back in. It's quite mangled.
Personally, no. A channel setting has to be perfect. It has to be perfectly straight. And yeah, you can see some real cheap channel settings where, because you've got a channel either side, that's one side, and that would be the other side. Yeah, it is basically a channel. There's usually then like a strut that would hold those sides together so they don't come apart. I've seen a lot of rings made when there's like two struts. You've got this sort of head here, here's the rest of the shank around here, and there's like one strut here, and it's attempting to hold the whole thing together. But as soon as something gets caught here and pulls this backwards, you're going to get quite a few stones that are going to come out. I would say if it is that badly mangled and it isn't that the sides aren't beautiful and straight, and they're perhaps like this or whatever, you're going to have a hard job trying to get these perfectly straight to get them back into place. If it is nicely made and there's lots of struts holding the bottom of the channel together and some of the tops have completely worn away, what we would do is remove the top sections like that. The stones are in place, usually diamonds, and then we would solder on top a plate on top of that to hold the whole setting back in place. But if the sides are not perfectly straight, I wouldn't even try. I would definitely, the time it's taken you to try and repair it, you're never going to keep the stones back into a setting that will be wobbly like this. There's narrow edges, there are narrow gaps, there's wide gaps, there's narrow gaps. The stones are not going to stay in. Don't even think about it. No, I wouldn't repair it. Simple.
Okay, good.
You're opening yourself up to a lot of hassle.
You'll be married to it.
Be married to
You'll be married to it.
It's like a bomb waiting to go off. Yes.
Okay, Teresa is saying, is there recommended size limit for stud earrings for the ear wire to be in the centre? I always wonder this as well. This is such a good question. I need to, excuse me, I need to make some 7x5 emerald cut studs. What distance from the top would you add your ear wire? Because I'd like to say, with round, because I made a pair of earrings last week and they were round, weren't they? Mm-hmm. In like a donut setting, a jump ring setting. So I had a hole in the back. So the the ear wire was off centre. Mm. But they kind of like, I don't know, I think they sit too low then.
Okay.
But it depends on the size of your earlobes. That's the other thing, isn't it?
This is the thing.
Yeah.
So if you have
for a specific person, then you can.
Yeah. So say you have a square. Yeah. Ideally, I would say bang slap in the middle. If it's going to be round, I would say slap bang in the middle.
Unless it's huge and round.
In the middle, that is correct.
Sorry.
So if they are up to say 7 mil.
Sorry, I'm getting excited today.
Yeah, so it's either up to 7 mil, I would put them slap bang in the middle. If it's going to be a rectangular, something like this, and you said 7x5, I would not put that in the middle. It doesn't matter too much if when the ear post is in the middle and this turns, because the earring will be quite central. In this instance, the earring could turn, but it isn't too bad. It's square. When you push that onto an earlobe, it should stay in that way. But if you've got a rectangle and you put it in the middle, because then that can always turn this way and it's going to look a bit odd. So what I would try and do is put it towards the top. And then you say, but what it would be the proportion of this distance. So say that's halfway here. I would perhaps, that's halfway. So imagine your line is going through the middle, and then from that distance to that distance, I would then put it halfway.
What's that, a quarter point then?
So that'd be basic. Well done. It is a quarter point.
All right.
Well done. Gold star for you. Have a badge. Have a medal. So I would put it sort of in that area there. So even if the earring was slightly loose, gravity would bring it down to the bottom. So that's what I would do. Say you've got say a teardrop. Not much point putting it in the middle. If with a teardrop, perhaps I would put it, it is about a quarter of the way up. Yeah. Do you agree?
Excuse me. I don't know. I really don't know. This is something I always spin out about when I make earrings. Let's have a look at some examples,
So
shall we?
that's basically, that's how I would think about it. And then obviously if you had a big disc that was like, say 12, 15 millimeters, say this was 15 and this is 15, to put it in the middle would be too much because it's going to be coming too high up on the ear. So then I would then again put it a quarter of the way up.
Well, they're 7 by 5.
Yeah.
I found an example here in like a basket setting,
Mm-hmm.
and they're in the middle,
Okay.
but they range between 5 by 3 and 10 by 8, and they are smack bang in the middle.
Mm-hmm. Is that because you can't put them anywhere else?
They're
I
in a
would have thought
basket, so yeah.
It has to be in the middle. Yeah. Again,
Goldsmiths, there's a pair
as Louise
here.
was saying, if you're limited, say you've got, as Louise says, if you've got like say a basket setting, okay, so all the claws are coming round, you have to put that right in the middle because you can't put it anywhere else.
There's a pair here on Goldsmiths half carat diamond emerald stud earrings. So
So say you've got that, sorry, totally, just
That's
say you've got like
okay.
an emerald set in here, you're never going to be able to fit it in the bottom because it is basically, and there's the claws there, claws there, claws there, claws there. So you can't, there's nowhere near where you can, some people will put like a little bit of a cross joint like this and then to solder the ear wire, but on something like that, perhaps then you would solder it by here. So it's in that position by there. If it's small, I would just put a little cross joint and then put it in the middle. But large, off-center it, personally.
for the 6x4 half carat emerald cut diamonds, 6x4, so a little bit smaller by a mil each way. And Goldsmiths, there's an example here, and they're right at the top.
Yeah, so they're on here.
So maybe 3/4 is.
So there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's that little bit bigger. Just to. Oh, there we go. We got there in the end, didn't we?
Yeah, so there's like your claws coming off.
I guess it's just preference as well, isn't
It's
it?
by there.
Because yeah, we've seen one in the middle, one right at the top, and yeah, I don't think there's a right or a wrong, is there?
There has to be based upon the design elements.
Okay.
I would say, yeah. Good, yeah. Very good.
Okay.
Very good, Louise. Very good.
Good. Ina is saying, if I want to texture silver, isn't it better to anneal the sheet first to get a more defined texture rather than texturing first and anneal when work hardened?
Yes. Yeah, nice and simple. When we buy silver in this country, it is usually already annealed. So you can texture it straight away. Then you can bend it round. But some other countries, the silver will be supplied perhaps half hard, which means it's sort of semi-hard, semi-annealed. But yes, if you want to get a good texture, the softer the metal is, the better it is receptive to the hammering or the shaping or the banging and the texturing. So yeah, definitely before you do texture, have a nice annealed piece of metal. Yes, absolutely.
Good. Good. Anthony says, with the gap stone setting mentioned a while ago, is that called a tension setting? The gap stone setting.
It would be a channel.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, so if you have a ring, or say, I'll draw a pendant because it's going to be easier for me to draw this. Okay, so there's the one side here. Very small stones, can't just draw it too narrow. Yeah. So this would be a channel because they are simply perhaps slid in or setting down from the top and hammered down, so the stones are set within a channel. So that is not called a tension because the stones aren't held by tension, they are held within a channel. If you want a tension set, it would be simply perhaps a ring shank coming round. We've done one on at the bench, and it is simply rectangular section metal coming round. Yep. And that comes around like this. Okay, so here's the head, and then we've done a little bit of a cut in there, cut that side, and then the stone sits within that top section.
So it does have
there.
a seat
So,
where it makes contact then.
Yeah. So on the side, it would have that. Yes, it depends on how you draw it. The stone would sit in there. So in one respect, it is like a channel, but there is only one stone, and that one stone has its individual little cutout in the sides. Use a burr, and it would look that shape. And so when the stone goes in, it'll go in like that. So it is, yes, a channel, but it's only for one stone. And the groove is not cut all the way along. It's only cut by here. It's not a groove like that, because the stone then would slide out. So it is purely held in with a little groove, and the stone sits in, and that would be a tension. Yeah, similar, not the same though.
So if that ring, because very often we see squash strings, don't we, where they get distorted,
Yeah.
like the one we saw on the weekend.
Yes.
If that happens, that's just going to open, isn't it?
It is, yes. They're usually made with a special formulated alloy that makes them very, very hard to bend. But what we do is that and we've done this in the past, is we've put it so the stone would go in place, but then we have access to an arc welder, pulse welder, or if you've got a laser, we then would bridge this gap. And in the past, we've always put a jump ring that would bridge the gap between there and there. So the stone then would sit in the bottom there. So the side view, you'd have the stone would be sitting with a jump ring joining those two sides. So these sides now cannot move apart because you've got this little bit of a metal bracing the two sides. They will not open, they will not close, they are fixed like that. And I'll always say this, going back many years ago, I had a young couple come to me to make an engagement ring with a natural diamond.
Well, probably back in those days, but we did have lab-grown diamonds, but they just weren't in circulation. So,
it was a long time ago. It wasn't quite before lab diamonds, but it was
lab diamonds were created in the 50s, weren't they?
They were, yes.
So,
it was after that. So what shape is a natural diamond then, Louise?
what shape is a natural diamond? Well,
Yes.
it depends on how it's cut, darling.
Natural.
Oh, octahedron generally.
Okay.
That's the most common.
Okay, so I'm just going to draw a square.
Right, okay.
Because I can't
Cube
draw.
then?
Yeah, cube.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to draw a square.
Was it like that then?
Ish.
Like ish.
Ish.
It wasn't like two pyramids like that, end to end.
Go on, it was like that.
Was it like that? Do you want me to draw that? Because I can draw that. Ish. Yeah, okay, we'll give you that.
It was like a double truncated pyramid. Well, it was like that. And they wanted that tension set. So they wanted those points anyway set. So it was like this. Yeah, that's how they wanted it. And they wanted it within a ring that went round
I think I know how this is going to end.
like that. And I've said this many times on the Q&As. And that is how they wanted. The ring came round and they wanted this diamond set like that. And I said, haven't got a problem with doing that. But what I would like to do is put something joining here attached to there. And it was a thin piece of metal just to come along, just to hold that in place. Because as soon as you force that on the finger or you can't resize it, but these are going to separate half a millimetre, a stone's going to come out. They said, no, we don't want anything holding it in place. So I said, it's just your own risk if you want it that way. It's nice, I'll do it, but I want you to be aware that if you lose the stone, it's not my responsibility. And they said, yeah, that's fine.
And what happened?
I have no idea. They never came back
Oh,
afterwards.
so it's probably all right then.
I don't know.
See,
Or they thought he was right, we're not going back.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Possibly.
Yeah.
But with all your experience now, because that was a long time ago,
Yes.
what would you say now to somebody who didn't accept your advice and just said, do it my way anyway, because I would just say, thanks, but no thanks. I don't think there's any longevity in this project, so I'm not really prepared to take your money off you. And I'm not saying you're wrong, but I just think if you're a lot younger, and I don't know, I'm just quite, I don't really do the things I don't want to do I?
No, that's right. I think it's the same with things like, we're down on one on the batteries there, so look at the batteries on your battery, Lou. Yeah, I think nowadays we're very careful with what we do. If we have pictures in and it's of copyrighted work like the Cartier Love Bangles, we've had Tiffany, the swirls. Someone says, can you make the Tiffany like a zigzag? No, we're not going to make it because we're very careful. We don't want to flout and get caught for copyright. So we will not do that. I think, yes, I was young at the time and I just took the couple's money. I didn't mean it like that. I know, but not because...
But you have covered yourself by saying, and especially if you get them to sign something.
Responsible. This is your design. I'm happy to make it to your design, but I'm not responsible should that come apart, because based upon my experience, I know that is going to come out. And they went, fine. We accept that.
Yeah, well, they obviously knew better, didn't they?
No, I knew better.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm being sarcastic.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
You're tired.
Yes.
He's tired.
Good. Okay, next question.
Next question.
Yes, please.
Where are we? Teresa, I'm terrible. I overthink everything. Sometimes I just have days where I don't get much done because I'm too busy overthinking.
You do, yeah.
Terrible. Where are we? Stuart says, I find that when I stick a printed transfer onto sheet for sawing and piercing, the edge of the paper lifts up when I later go on to filing. Are there any better ways to maintain the line for filing?
I think we've found that a lot of our students who do the diploma use sticker paper as opposed to glue-in paper onto the surface. Sticker paper has a far better, stronger adhesive that's all over the paper. You can glue things onto a piece of paper, but invariably the action separates the glue, obviously, from the metal. The idea is to get the adhesive to attach itself to the metal. The metal is always going to be smooth, but if you can roughen up that surface even by using a bit of emery paper over the surface, there's a little bit of a key for the adhesive to fasten onto, and it's more likely to stay in place. But if you can get sticker paper, you can buy it in A4 sheets, you can buy it in small sheets. We've got a Dymo label printer, and we have labels that are sort of like 3 inches by 2 inches, and that is absolutely brilliant. We just either draw out our design, or we can get something off the computer, we can paste it onto the label, print out the label. So I find the sticker paper is a better quality adhesive, all over adhesive, and that's what I would use if you could. Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. They work really well, don't they?
They do, absolutely, yes. Yes, Lou.
And you don't necessarily have to print things out, you can just draw directly onto the
absolutely
sticker, can't you?
Yes, definitely.
Good.
Nice one. Yeah, masking tape sticks quite well. It does, yeah. It is a good adhesive on masking tape. So some people try and use things like double-sided tape to attach their drawing onto double-sided tape and then take the other piece of protective layer off the double-sided tape and then stick that upon the piece. The problem with that is I found that the double-sided tape is too thick. There's an adhesive on both sides of another layer, so it tends to be too deep. When you're sawing, that little bit of a sticky sort of tends to stick, and it doesn't work very well. There's too much distance between the paper and the metal, or when you're piercing, it just stays too sticky and it keeps on sticking then to your lemel and so forth that comes off. So I don't really suggest double-sided tape, but masking tape, any sort of tape that you can draw on would be great. Yeah, definitely. Yes.
Good.
Yes, Lou.
That's it for the minute.
Cool. So we've got another workshop coming up, haven't we?
Yes. Do we have the date? Let's have a look. We did say the date last week, didn't we?
We didn't. don't think we did say
I
it.
think we did.
Did
we
we?
say the date? I thought we had this conversation yesterday. I thought we'd set the date.
I think we're going to say the next date, which is the 5th of November.
Is that what we said, guys? Do you remember? Does anybody remember? Because I thought we'd said 20. Oh no, I've got 2 dates in here now. I've got the 20th of October and the 3rd of November.
Okay. So
And I don't. So yeah, it could be either really. What did we say? I want to say November.
I don't think we came up with, but what we've done, because we've noticed that the price of precious metals
Oh, excuse me.
is going up and up and up and up. We did a film on YouTube, I think it was last week, talking about the price.
20th of October. Thank you.
Yeah, we are looking at ways of
So that's
being
week after next.
able to reduce the amount of wastage when it comes to working and what you can do to create things with no wastage. We've done various workshops in the past, and we're going to be doing a workshop that enables you to try and save your precious metals. I think gold price again today hit an all-time high. Silver's going up and up and up. Yeah, we did a YouTube film. If you haven't watched it, go and watch it. It was really interesting. It's the best video that we've done over the last 10 videos that have come out. Really good. So go and check that out. But yeah, it's the 20th of October, so we better get shifting on that, haven't we?
Yeah.
Definitely. So that's going to be our next workshop. It's going to be like reduce, reuse and recycle, isn't it? So reduce the amount of metal that you're using, whether it be physically working with it or your designs, reusing it in whatever means and recycling it, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
It'd be good.
Should be really good.
Because we haven't all got rolling mills either.
No, exactly.
I'm using it as little as possible at the moment because I've got a shoulder injury.
Yes,
And I just find it really, really makes it flare up
it does.
when I use the mill. So I'm trying not to use it.
Yeah. That's it. That's what we're going to be doing.
So yeah, some techniques for recycling or reusing scraps. Just thought of another one actually, just sat here.
Write it down before you forget.
Still up here, mate. It's fine.
I'll ask you in 10 minutes and you go, what was that I was thinking
What was that thing I was thinking about the other day?
No, 10 minutes ago that would be. Jot it down now. So
Oh no,
we
I'll tell you now when we finish and then you'll know.
Okay, I'll ask you. You'll forget.
I won't forget.
Okay.
Because it's really good.
So that's what we're going to be doing on the 20th of October. It's like a reduce, reuse, recycle to get the best out of your precious metals.
What are we going to be focusing mostly on? Because we've done a rolling mill workshop and we've done a recycling metal workshop, so we don't want to cover too much that we've already covered.
No.
But I do think we should do a little bit of water casting.
Yeah.
Because what I've seen a lot of people do is use fresh metal.
Yeah.
So they'll use like wire and melt the wire into water, which is not really recycling scraps, is it? But there is a...
Preposterous. Preposterous? Is that the right word?
Calm down.
Sorry, I think to buy a piece of metal and pay for the processing costs of a piece of metal only melt it into a bit of water is mind-blowing. Why anybody would consider doing that, I do not. Sorry.
So we're not going to do it that way. We're going to do it the way to use up scraps.
Yes.
And I think it's a bit more fun.
Yes.
So we're going to do that. We could look at using a charcoal block. It's another way, isn't it?
Yes.
I thought of another way now, just sat here, which I'm going to tell you later.
Make sure it's not too late. You've got 2 minutes to tell me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And lots of other ways to use it, bits and bobs.
That's it. That's what we're going to be doing.
Good.
So good. So everyone, please, if you haven't done so already and want to sponsor me for the run that I did yesterday, please sponsor me. I would absolutely love you to. Louise is going to put it in the chat actually.
Oh, am I? Okay.
Yes. atb.yt/run. I ran my half a marathon yesterday. It was extremely hard because I really did push myself an awful lot. So thank you everybody who has. Thank you.
You can't click on the links. You'll have to just copy it.
Do I go on? Put http //www.
http://www.
Excellent. So thank you to everybody who has sponsored me for my run that I did yesterday. We're raising money for the Silversmiths and Jewelers charity. So thank you to everybody who has done that. It's absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, so we've exceeded the target. We're up to about 110%, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Go back up, 116% over our target. Thank you to 19 people who have supported us. Really do appreciate that. Every penny is appreciated. I think we had like £111 with a gift aid as well.
Yes, brilliant.
Which is absolutely fabulous. So thank you everybody who has donated, and thank you to everybody who's going to donate as well now over the next day or so.
I think your target was rather conservative.
Conservative? My target? Oh,
yeah.
Sorry. My target for the amount was conservative.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, not my running.
He's tired.
I thought, I wasn't conservative.
Very conservative effort, Andrew.
Oh yes, I ran backwards. Very easy run that way. No.
So yeah, it will be absolutely lovely, and we're very grateful for all the donations that have come through so far.
Yes.
We love you, lots and lots and lots and lots. But yeah, it would be great to raise just a little bit more.
A little bit more. Oh, that would be fantastic
great.
If you could. So, yes. So you don't have to donate thinking, is he going to do it? Is he not? I've done it. I did it yesterday.
It's surprising how many people waited.
Even your mother.
My mother, yeah.
Your mother waited until I did it.
But if anyone's going to wait, it's going to be my mum, isn't it?
So thank you. So there's the link. Please click on it. Would appreciate it. And thank you very much. The Silversmiths and Jewelers.
You're very tired.
The Silversmiths and Jewelers. I think I used
yes,
up,
JC, the
I used up like
Silversmiths and Jewelers
1,700 calories on the run, and the estimated sweat loss is like 2 litres.
Yuck.
Yuck, yeah.
As Jazz says, yuckety yuck on you. Do you know what was funny? Was we were stood, and it was right at the start, when they had the fireworks going, not the fireworks, the fire cannons, and we had the Welsh national anthem, and we were stood there, and I was holding the phone like this. That's why I wanted a selfie stick, because me and my bad arm were like this, and I kept swapping arms because I was getting tired. And Jazz is going, my feet are hurting. Mummy, I'm tired. My feet are hurting. Are you joking?
As you were standing there just waiting.
Yeah.
Nice.
But apparently that's very tiring.
It is.
That is very tiring. She said it was the same last year. She said she thinks that she had pains in her legs and she got tired because she
was just waiting.
It was the sympathy. Yeah, she had the sympathy pain, so she was very tired and her legs were hurting. Yeah.
Very good. So everyone, thank you so much for joining us today.
We should have brought the banner.
The banner,
oh,
yes.
The banner.
Yes. So Jasmine made a banner, didn't she?
Yeah. I don't know if we can.
Yeah. So yeah, go and check out Instagram for the banner that Jasmine made. And I don't know why she didn't do it on a bit of cardboard or just hold the paper up.
Because if it rained,
she actually fastened it.
I thought it was very clever. She put it on a plastic box lid. Because,
there we go. There's me. Go, Andrew. 24
that's
carat.
That's not going to get wet and fall apart, is it?
Legs of gold.
And 24 carat legs of gold. And also it doubled as a rain shield.
If it rained.
See, yeah. So, yeah, I think that was pretty clever of her, actually. But there we are. She's a mother's daughter, isn't she?
Very good. Everyone, thank you very much for joining us today. That's enough about running. No more running. No more talking about that. So thank you everyone who's joined us today. Thank you for everybody who...
Trauma's still very raw.
It is today, yes. This time last year I was going to go, I'm going to do it again next year. But today, I'm not going to do it again. So everyone,
you've had enough, haven't you?
Had enough now.
That's the last.
I'm 60.
So we won't be asking for sponsorship anymore, so please sponsor now.
Yes, please sponsor, yes. It will be no more. So everyone, thank you so much for joining us today. Really do appreciate it. Thank you for everyone who's donated, and if you're going to donate, thank you very much. Really do appreciate it. Brilliant. Okay, enjoy the rest of your week. We will see you next week for our next Q&A. Keep an eye out for details of our next workshop. If you want to be notified when we do have our next workshop, please subscribe or just even join as a Freeview member to @thebench. So go to atthebench.com, sign up as a Freeview member if you're not a paid member already, and you'll be notified when our workshops will be announced. So everyone, thank you so much. Anything else you want to say, Louise, before we go?
No, I don't think so.
Brilliant. Okay, everyone, take care. We will see you next week. Louise, say goodbye.
Bye.
Everyone.